Good day to my viewers on Warner TV. I want to say that this past week has been a most trying one for me, a most difficult one. After spending some 30 years in FIFA, 30 consecutive years, 15 years almost as FIFA Vice President, to have had these charges leveled at me without any questioning of any kind on me left me totally surprised. And even the outcome of me having to face the court without any advance notice from the Attorney General's office and having to face the court at the very last minute when I surrendered to the police makes it doubly difficult that this conspiracy could have gone so far. But I am consoled by the fact that many of you on the blogs, on Twitter, on Facebook, and other channels throughout were very supportive of me and still are. And in some ways, that has given me the kind of solace, peace of mind, and confidence which I need at this point in time. You see, it is not when you're up that you know who your friends are, it's when you perceive to be down. And some of the persons whom I thought were my friends, today I realize I was a dreamer. They were not. And those persons who I thought were just casual friends, they emerge to be stalwarts. You have no idea of the amount of persons who send their deeds and who send checks so as to be able to stand my bail, because they realize that all the properties I had, none of them could have been of any use, since they all had my names on them, and therefore I can't stand my own bail, so to speak. So to all of you who came out with your deeds and properties and even your blank checks, I want to say thanks to you. I want to say thanks also to the officers at the prisons, at the Royal Jail, who treated me with dignity. I'm talking about of course, the Deputy Commissioner of Prisons, Ronald Morgan, Superintendent Mohammed, his prison officers, Dudnat, Mahabir, and these guys, all the guys in the infirmary who treated me with respect and dignity. I say thank you. To Anne-Marie, who sent me breakfast on Thursday morning from opposite the hospital. Anne-Marie, to you I say thanks as well. To all those prisoners, the hundreds of them, who stood up and applauded me when I was leaving and asked me to keep the faith, to them I say also thanks. But most important, I want to thank my family. I want to thank my family and my dear wife, who stood with me through thick and thin. I know it would have been difficult for them, but I think that this situation has brought us even closer, and the bond that we now have is one that will not be easily broken. Some questions come to mind, however. How is it that FIFA is 100 years old? I entered FIFA when FIFA was 70 years old. I left FIFA 4 years ago, having spent 30 years, having been the youngest person from the smallest country ever in the world to have reached that fine FIFA. How is it I can be responsible for any perceived culture of FIFA? How is it that the whole world, my apologies, the whole world expected me to have the influence so as to change a World Cup bid? I am hearing from quite Australia. Australia promised to assist in developing and fixing the Center of Excellence. There were no strings attached to that. I said, fine, go ahead. And they helped to fix the Center of Excellence, and I said, fine. How can that be used? No. You see, the whole point is that at this point in time, Jack Warner is everybody's whipping boy, both nationally and internationally. But that has been overridden by those persons who are standing in my corner, and for whom I'll ever be grateful. I have never changed the culture of FIFA. Nothing I've done in FIFA has been inconsistent with the international culture of FIFA, and therefore I think it is pathetic and sad for me to be accused of deeds in FIFA which I am not guilty of. How do you judge, for example, that after all of these accusations, that the president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter, has been re-elected for a 5th consecutive term? If I was so bad, and if FIFA is so bad, how come the head of FIFA is not? I said before, I say again, the US applied to host the World Cup in 2022, and they lost the bid to Qatar, a small country, an Arabic country, a Muslim country. I could understand the US embarrassment that a small country as Qatar, with less than 30,000 people as residents, could have been able to overcome them this way. I could understand their pain, but no one gives them the right to do what they are doing. I said before, I say again, that no one country has any divine right to host a World Cup. And if the FIFA authorities, in their wisdom or lack of it, chose to select Qatar for the World Cup, then so be it. Take your losses like a man and go. The 2018 was a fight between England and Russia. Many members felt that it was Russia's time, and they voted for Russia. What is the point that the US is now saying that they want Russia to give up the World Cup? Why is it they believe that they have a right to the World Cup? And therefore, I ask all of you to look on this saga as it's unfolding. Do not be too worried about me, because at the end of the day, all the allegations against me shall be proven to be unfounded. I have no cause to worry, and I urge all of you also not to do the same. At the end of the day, my strength is based on the collective effort and support of all of you. And in this, I want to say again, and I want to say again, unparalleled thanks. I want to say to you again that there are no adequate words I could find to thank all of you for your support, and I will come back to you and give you daily updates from time to time as we go along. Thank you.